Good morning and welcome to SB Connect, where we transform lives by connecting to and educating for the world of work. You're probably wondering where we are today. We are at the D Street, San Bernardino County Fire Department, and you might be asking yourself why. Well, this week is Fire Prevention Week, and we have some incredible people at the San Bernardino County Fire Department ready to share fire safety with you and your class. And so I want to introduce to you today, for Fire Prevention Week, Chief Ronchetti.
Thank you. My name is Monica Ronchetti, and I am the interim fire marshal with San Bernardino County Fire Protection District. Fire Prevention Week is the longest running public health and safety observance program on record, and it is something that each and every one of us should take seriously. Today, we'll be going over what to listen for, how to react to sounds of smoke detectors in your home, as well as kitchen safety tips and alternate escape routes. We also have with us today a hazardous materials specialist with the Hazardous Materials Response Team, who will illustrate what he does and show you some of the tools he uses on the job. And we have an arson investigator with his canine Denty, who's an accelerant detection dog. But first, let's head over to the safety trailer so we can learn about the sounds of an alarm, what to look for in the home, and how to plan your escape. All right, here's Tim and Melina, and they're going to explain a little bit about the safety trailer.
Thank you, Chief. Welcome to our safety trailer. Fire Prevention Week. Fire won't wait, plan your escape. What does that mean? Well, we're going to go over with you what a smoke detector sounds like and how you should react to it when it goes off. Everybody in California should have one smoke detector in their bedroom, one in the hallway, as well as a carbon monoxide detector. But let's say it's Melina's bedtime. Time for bed. Go to sleep. Come on. So you're going to demonstrate what it is that we want you to do in the event of a fire. Okay, Melina? Okay. Sleep tight.
So if we're sleeping in bed and we hear our smoke detector go off, it might beep really, really loud. Once we start hearing that, we know it's time to get out. If you wake up and you see that the room is filling with smoke, you do not want to stand straight up out of bed. Then you'd be breathing in all of these harmful smoke and hot heated gases, which can really hurt you. So instead, when I hear that smoke detector, what I'm going to do is stay as low as I can to the floor. I'm going to make sure that I stay underneath that smoke, and I'm going to try and test our bedroom door. If we feel that bedroom door, we see that way out, I want to feel it with the back of my hand to make sure it's not too hot. If I feel lots of heat, I know I can't go this way, so I'm going to crawl out the other exit that we have in our bedroom. So if you have your bedroom door, what else would you do? A window. So I'm going to go ahead and make my way over to the window, making sure I stay nice and low. And then make my way outside of it. And once I'm outside, I'm going to go ahead and meet the rest of my family members or people who live in my house at that designated meetup spot that we all discussed prior to ever having an emergency in the first place. Thank you. All
right, thank you, Melina. So now we're going to meet one of our hazardous materials specialists, Dwayne, and he's going to show us a little bit about what he does.
You can do that.
Hi, Dwayne.
So my name is Dwayne. I'm a hazmat specialist with the materials response team. I'm going to show you guys a little bit about what we do within the county here with our department. So this is our mobile laboratory. We utilize this whenever we're dealing with unknown chemicals. We have laboratory equipment in here. This is just like a regular laboratory. We can go in. We have equipment that we can use to identify unknown chemicals and figure out what they are so that we can safely mitigate them, dispose of them, and then get them out of the public way. So let's go inside and we'll take a look. So this is the inside of our mobile laboratory. We have a cooler in here. This is actually will be a freezer or deep freeze in case we need to freeze anything or keep it at a cold temperature. A lot of chemicals, they don't respond to the same temperatures that we're used to, like with water. Water will freeze at 32 degrees or it'll boil at 212 degrees. Other chemicals freeze at much lower temperatures. Some freeze at higher temperatures. So we use this to deal with chemicals like that. We have a refrigerator here. Right here we have, this is called a glove box. So if we're ever dealing with something like a toxic biological agent, maybe, we can keep that sample sealed up. We can put it inside this box, and then we can work with it using this glove box. I'll put my hand inside here to let you see what it looks like, but we can use this glove box, and that way we can manipulate the sample. We can test it without risking ourselves to any kind of exposure. So if we want to step in a little bit farther, we'll see some more equipment that we have here. We have a fleet of drones. So we use these drones if we ever have any kind of spills that we know we want to get a look at, but we don't want to risk exposure right away. We can fly the drone in to get a better look at it so that we know what we're going to deal with. We carry a variety of equipment. We don't have all of it here because we couldn't fit it all in this laboratory right now, but we carry things, different types of gas monitors like this. This is called a photoionization detector, and it'll detect a lot of gases that are in the air, like volatile organic chemicals. Over here, we have some radiological testing equipment. This is called a Ludlam unit. This will identify, or not identify, but it'll tell us how much radioactivity is being given off of something, so we can get a reading of how much radioactivity is in the area. We can use this. This is called an identifier. So this will actually identify a radioactive isotope. So if we do have any kind of radioactivity, we can analyze it with this, and it'll tell us what isotope it is so that we know what type of radioactivity is being given off and we know how to deal with it. This is one of our sampling kits. So like I said, this is a mobile laboratory. So in order to analyze a sample, we need to get a sample of it. And this is our sampling kit. So we have a variety of ways that we can collect samples. We have pipettes here. We have scoopers inside, different size pipettes. Here's some of our plastic scoopers. We keep them all sealed up so that they're sterile. They won't react with any chemicals. And then we'll put those inside of a sample jar like this and bring it in here for analysis, or sometimes we'll send things off to a larger laboratory for analysis as well. So a lot of the things that we deal with are chemical spills and releases. So I wanted to take a second and just show you, I'm going to give you a demonstration of some of the chemical spills that we have to deal with. So let's go over here. This is our fume hood. This is designed to conduct little chemical experiments in here so that if there's any fumes given off, they'll be vented outside so that we're not exposed to them in here. So I'm going to glove up here for safety. All right, we always want to protect ourselves from chemical exposure. So we wear what we call PPE, or personal protective equipment. And that's a standard for our job. We always wear the proper PPE depending on what it is. There's different levels of PPE that we can wear. from what I'm wearing now with gloves, all the way up to the big level A moon suits that you may have seen in movies or television, where the person is completely encapsulated inside of a suit, and that prevents any kind of chemical exposure. So we're going to do a little demonstration here. We're going to mix two chemicals. And this is something, these happen sometimes in some households. People will be trying to clean in their house, clean a sink or something, or sometimes they have a stopped up drain, and they'll put chemicals in there and they'll just keep trying different things until they find something that works. But that's a dangerous thing to do sometimes, because you never know. Even the chemicals we have in our household, mixing them is not a safe thing to do. So never ever mix different types of chemicals in your household. I'm not going to tell you what kind of chemicals these are, because I don't want anybody to try this at home. Okay, but these are chemicals that can be bought in the store, you can find in your household. So we're going to do a little demonstration here. So I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of that in there. Okay, I'm going to put these off to the side because I don't want them touching each other. Now I'm going to pour a little bit of this substance inside. So watch, right away, we're going to get a chemical reaction. We're going to get some fuming and some bubbling. But look at that. Look how fast that reacts and how strong it's reacting. It's giving off all the bubbles. We can't see them, but it's giving off some fumes. So those are things that we don't want to get exposed to. And that's what we always want to be careful of. So that's why I stress never, ever, ever mixing chemicals in your household. Even if you see things on YouTube, that's not a safe thing to do. So if something like that ever does happen, make sure that you call the fire department right away so that we can get out there and mitigate it, take care of it. We can neutralize it and safely get it removed from your household. So I'm going to cap this. This is just about done reacting. So I'm glad that you guys were able to see this today. Just keep things in mind about not mixing chemicals in your household, or if you find chemicals in your garage maybe, or in a shed, and you're not sure what they are, never hesitate. You can call the fire department. We can always come out and identify what it is. So let's take this along, and we're going to move on to our next person with the fire department here.
Thank you, Dwayne. Okay, so next we're going to go meet our arson investigator, Sean, and probably the star of our show, Denty. Good morning. So, hi, Sean. Here is.
Good morning, y'all. I'm Sean Reese with San Bernardino County Fire Department. My job, I'm an arson investigator assigned to the county. Right here, I have Denty with me. He's my canine accelerant detection partner. And what we're going to do today is give you a little demonstration on what he's looking for. He's used to sniff out gasoline, lighter fluid, diesel fuel, all kind of things that are used to start fires if criminals decide to use it. But we did some samples over here on the car. I'm going to show you how he alerts and give you a little demonstration. Oh. Good boy. Hey, sit. Good. That's a good boy. Hey. 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 So what we did is we put some training gauge around the vehicle, and we put in 2 spots on the passenger side of the vehicle. And what I did is I ran Denty around the car, and he smelled the gasoline that I put down on the tires, that is simulating that somebody used an accelerant on a fire. So if they were going to try and burn the car, they would use gasoline or something to help get the fire going and make it more damage for whatever purposes. So Dempsey did find the two gases. If he lays down, his alerts are, if I give him the throw the target and the word seek, if you notice my voice goes high, he's a praise dog. He likes to hear that real high pitch. That's a trigger to get him to go. So if we work the whole car, we found that there was gas on the passenger side. What it then happens is if he alerts, I take the sample and take it to a lab and they confirm it that there the presence of gas or some kind of inhalable liquids. So we use a dog on majority of all our fires here in the county. We help out other agencies, and so far so good. We've been a team for the last year and a half, and we've had none but fun and helping out other agencies, and when asked for a better partner.
Okay, thank you, Sean.
Okay.
So now we're going to take some questions, and we'll be heading over to the safety trailer.
So for all those that are participating, we have our Chief Ronchetti, who is able to take questions from all the educators and students that are listening today. So go ahead, please unmute and go ahead and share your question. We can hear you. I'll go ahead and start off with the first question about how many house fires do the San Bernardino County County Fire Service a year?
Well, around 11,000.
And how long does it take to actually become a firefighter?
For a firefighter, it takes about 1 year.
And what kind of education is required?
Well, you have to become an EMT and go through the fire academy.
You have another question coming in. Can you repeat your question? We can hear you.
Kaylee has a question. What's your question, Kaylee? Kaylee?
Where do you guys work at?
We work mainly in San Bernardino. That's where our main office is, but we cover the whole county of San Bernardino for our hazmat. And then we cover about 19,000 square feet, 19,000 square feet for the fire prevention side.
Thank you. Renee?
What do you do when someone gets injured?
What do you do when someone gets injured?
Well, how about I'll have one of our fire prevention officers, Melina, she'll come over and she's going to answer that question for us.
Thank you. What a great question. So if somebody gets injured or hurt, we want to call 911, right? And we're going to get the paramedics on the way to come help with whatever injury that is, whatever illness that is, to help get that person to the hospital so they can start feeling better.
Yeah, thank you. Anyone else? ¿Tienes pregunta? ¿Qué la pregunta?
En los experimentos es para los animales y no es para los humanos.
Okay. Okay. ¿Algo de vuelta? ¿Pregunta?
Los experimentos se deben que hacer con animales, no con humanos.
Están hablando de los bomberos.
Ah.
Yeah, so So as the fire department, we do respond to animals that are in trouble, such as horses being stuck places, or sometimes dog fall into the sewage drains. So we do have a special team with the fire department who comes and we help rescue those animals out of trouble. But a big help is animal control, and animal control does respond to a lot of animals in need, and they help get those doggies off the streets.
Thank you. No more questions? Thank you.
Okay, are there any other classes that would like to ask the chief any more questions? Any other student want to ask any questions before we sign off for today? Those are some wonderful questions. Thank you so much. Go ahead and mute your speaker, and we're going to go ahead and ask Chief Ronchetti one more question.
Okay.
So as we go ahead and finish out our session today, what message do you want to give, being that it's Fire Prevention Week, what message do you want to give parents and students this week?
Well, I would say just be safe and make sure that you, as we learned in our hazmat vehicle, don't mix any chemicals. And also, if you need help, call 911. But for Fire Prevention Week, the message is basically just be safe.
Thank you so much. And that will conclude our session for today. Thank you for all of your participation. Educators, we want to say, go to science.org where you can find the next SB Connect session that we have planned for October. We really enjoyed the participation today and look forward to serving you again soon. You can also find us on Twitter at SBC_Alliance. Again, thank you so much and have a wonderful day and enjoy Fire Prevention.